Turn them on, you know, guess who's back. I'll just walk over mountains and play guitar. Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. He was probably a heater bee as well, you know. ODB, baby. ODB was probably a puppy, not a fucker. ODB, killer bees on the loose, man. Probably was a heater bee. A ninja, a cat, a good mama. Really good mama. And then they killed him. CIA. He's a liar. He's a madman. I made 2 videos. I put the swastika. I put the swastika. So Swiss. It's very similar. Yeah, swastika. Swiss. How Swiss are you? Who funded Germany so much, yet remain neutral? Who are funding Ukraine so much? Swastika. I made a video or 2 about the symbology that I noticed, because I never looked at a swastika before in my life. I never cared for it. But I said in the other video, I was researching my second Reich flag, and I saw the swastika on YouTube, Google Images, and I was like, they're all backwards. Because I am King of Kings and Lord of Lords. His name is called the Word, and you're waging war with me, and everything you put in my name will be put on the road. Yes. Many crowns. Sainthoods, and many sainthoods. Name on my thigh which no other man preserves. But in these videos anyway, I talk about this, that it's all backwards. I know this imagery very intuitively to me. It's a king's speech. And symbology. And all of your flags, as you call them, national flags, all of your flags, are actually like weather flags. They're meant to be like, they're meant to change a lot, you know. I knew this growing up, I wouldn't want to spend time studying geography, because I know in reality, in real time, properties and countries and borders are changing all the time. They wouldn't even tell you. They wouldn't even stop and tell you. You're looking at a very stagnant, old and generalized map, really, when you're looking at property. So I never cared to study. And it wasn't really geography, really. It's just nationalism, isn't it? It's just internationalism. And history as well. I was stupid to study mostly. You know, lesson back in ancient Greece, and the ramifications of things that people did won't have any reflection on people today. They won't mind telling you the truth. Otherwise, it'll never be the truth. So I never studied geography or history. Stupid. But swastika, as I said in my other videos, is flying backwards. Yes, this is a backwards motion. That's why it's scary. That's why they actually look scary. They're backwards. Imagine, like, you know, you go to a swimming pool and they have like a kind of tunnel-y section where they turn on the vents and everyone's flying in one direction. And then there's some kid trying to swim backwards and he's bumping into everybody. You know, and then they crucify the kid. Like, you know, they nail him to a cross and try and whip him and destroy him of all his blood. Because he's swimming backwards, you know, what a little ignorant prick, you know what I mean? Swimming backwards in the one-way lane. Fucking little gypsy, you know. Anyway. So, I've noticed it's getting deeper now. It was easy to be a good person, very easy to be a good person, but then this backwards spinning thing is like water going down a drain in certain ways. I want you to visualize a cone going up one way and a cone going down the other way. Going down anyone trying to be a good person is going to start swimming against the currents. So once it changes direction, like your coal starts swimming in the direction, it realised maintaining decency, celibacy, piety, poverty, holiness, decent majority, good people are actually suffering very easily. 900 people, Christians, got burnt alive in a church. There's a lot of terrible things happening to people preserving Christianity, or good people, goodness sake, preserving goodness sake. And they're being told it's a good thing. Blink, blink. Simpsons with the little beauty star. Good thing. So it's inverted and backwards when it's going downwards. And that's what they were expressing with that horrible, scary symbol, which they didn't want to keep. I imagine they would have changed it to some big golden eagle or something, But they were keeping their flags like weather symbols. And this backwards spinning swastika, as you have it, it's backwards clock. With the red circle around it was very important. It means we're taking control of this and we're stopping this. We're stopping this from happening. A lot of wankers in the wine punch. When it's going down, though, you'll have terrible infants as lords. Excuse me. And they'll tell you to do terrible things. And you do get punished. I get punished greatly for celibacy. And I imagine if you can maintain an absolute decalogue of perfection, you probably scathe over these kind of events very gracefully. But anyone like myself that likes, smoking a drink and a laugh and playing like a bit of a D minor or something, I've said this in another video. There's a guitarist from the Black Keys. I don't know if you mentioned such elaboration. And he was told, he's a very religious man, and he said, if you want to play music which is heard in heaven, as it is in the Bible, if you want to play music that is heard in heaven, it's played on 10 strings. And I don't think it elaborates, I haven't found it so much, but I know what he means. Is he decalogue? And it's weird to play these strings, because when you play a string, you do something, don't you? You play a string. And it's like, how do you play these strings that harmoniously vibrate or ring a bell in heaven? It's by not doing things. Not doing things. It was not. This book, you can't see its stuff. You see that? Tao De Jing. It's about not doing stuff. I got on great with this book. You got on great with it. Pearl Simon Amstel also discovered this book. Too pure and ancient a future religion from China to reach such young and talented, enthusiastic Gentiles. But yes, so this tells you how to do nothing in every occasion. And you'll more than likely cover the decalogue in this abstinence of most things. Decalogue is all about abstinence, or not abstinence, refraining stuff. So it's like you don't have to do it. That's why it's kind of, you overlook it a lot, don't you? You wouldn't think that. Because I'm already not doing that. I'm already kind of not doing that. Yeah, but you must preserve this not doing this, and knowledgeably so, to root it. And this is how you play these 10 strings in heaven, by following these 10 commandments. And there's just a little particular ways to get this circle moving in a good and honest direction, to be honest. I don't know how I got onto that topic, but yeah, so when it's going down, it goes anti-clockwise, as you see it in all the symbologies. what's kind of German and clever about this is if it's a war flag and moving forward, it's moving the proper direction, clockwise. The flag's backwards and it moves clockwise. So it's sort of charging with this flag. I know symbology is crap and French, or they are all weather flags, like they change very regularly. It's not like there's red, white and blue in France. It's not like there's green, white and orange in Ireland. Yeah, they change, things change. And they're meant to kind of morph a little bit here and there with them. I've said that so many videos in America are the worst at their flag. Like, the worst. You might as well have a negative bracket, American flag bracket. And that would be better for America. It kills me how terrible America. Are at their flag. So it's going down at the moment anyway. It takes 7 years about to stop it turning one way and turn it back another way. And then you're in 8 and 9 now, so people are getting punished for being good. And then people are going to start making trends out of being naughty. And say, this is the way, this goes the way, go with the way. And it's exactly what happens in Jeremiah, then it gets dragged down very quickly. It gets dragged down very, very quickly then. When they start teaching you and telling you that this is the way, and you see that it has apparent rewards to go with the flow, than against the flow. They cried the union forever. They begged, they pleaded the union forever. Sure, I'm Charles Foster Kane. You gotta love me. The price your sperm will pay, so you gotta learn to love me. Because there is no love without true lordship. There will be no love. There is no true lord. What do you think about Charles Foster Kane? I think he's a heretic. I think he's a murderer. I think he's an angel. He gave me $20 million. He's a crook. He's a liar. He's the Antichrist, I tell you. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in oil rigs, shipping, real estate, painting the cattle bond. What would I have liked to have been? Swimming, maybe? You cried and you begged this, and you realized it was like the Mercedes logo. Is a man, a certain man, and for the poor you could be sure he did all he can do is the sun, some perfect sun. With magnets, actions and reactions have them on the run. He likes a smoke, enjoys a joke, and wrote the best joke. Didn't get too much upset when he was starved and broke. With wealth and fame, I'd dress the same. Jack White's somewhat owes me 5 that I'm alive, and they stole my name, and they put it in vaccines. And then when I smack myself in the face, you get blood clots. So very gentle. Wonderful music there, wonderful music. As soon as the royalty and all heard the White Stripes, and actually heard the White Stripes, were like, oh, we'd like you to play in our Royal Academy. The White Stripes got to go like playing Albert Hall or kind of something really cool. As they listened, like, what did he just say there? I said there's another video that Oxford professors listen to Wu-Tang. You're like, what did he just say there? What did he just say? A bit. I can't do what the Wu-Tang is saying. I think the ladies so much. Is there anything that I hold against them? Not hold against them because I can't do the way they talk about ladies. You're not very Islamic, bro. Islamic, bro. I know they're happy about it. You know, they wouldn't have even got a girl back in the day. Xenophobia. But yeah, the treatment of the sisters wasn't great. No, I have to say. It's going down, y'all. It's going down. It's going down. So, if you're trying to be a good person, that's why you're suffering. And if you're saying go downhill, kill yourself first, but you're gonna stop dragging everyone else. I don't want to sort of death. My YouTube page is filled with how to fix this problem. No, John Hammond I think it was John Hammond in Colombia. This man is technically Jesus Christ. John Hammond in Colombia, who found some weird, messed up kind of priestly prophet, Leviticanian kind of poet, and he gave him a microphone. You know, Jesus was very well connected. He was a bit of a posh boy, to be honest, and he was very well connected. And he connected and told him about the Levite, but the house of Israel, and his sorry condition, you know, and the sorry circumstances, and how to straighten it out. Which is what Bob Dylan did once John Hammond gave him a microphone, and he straightened a lot of stuff out. It was a very affordable occasion to give this kid a microphone. You know, I told him to go away and come back, and I told him to go away and he came back. I told him to go away and the weather got worse and he came back. I think it was John Hammond. He was a wonderful, Holy Spirit-full man. They used to run great big productions back in the day, you know, great big orchestras in Colombia. We were doing the works, and everybody thought John was crazy to bring in this little street kid, this kid off the streets. And they gave him a bit of a louse test. And John just gave him, what we had was a cafeteria, and a microphone or two. And we all thought he was crazy, you know. All I found, I think I've said it before and I said it again, rather than buy Christmas for me 2 front teeth. as much. And then they put him in the dipper and they pulled him back up on the world so God could see his good graciousness and God, oh Jesus, oh my Lord. Played it so good, he had my big toes shooting up in my boot. I just wanted to let him know that everything was alright. Everything was. He was my star, and I loved him so much. And it was a place of tasty. But I don't know which one. I'll give you a little trick. See if you're going to play some How long to watch the everybody about it. Instead of playing your B minor, like you play your B minor, to play your B minor without the root, half, just the triangle, and then miss. What I'm basically trying to say is what Hendrix does a lot. The chords you learn, he uses half of them, so he has his other half of his hand free. So he'll only use a partial amount of the chord that he's using, and use his other free fingers to be Hendrix in between. And I watch a lot of skateboard videos nowadays, and I'm really sizing it up. It's interesting. Comparing skateboarding to guitar playing and freestyling and comfort and cliches and jokes. And these skater guys are kind of not snobby, but they have a lot of funny jokes. They can be very funny. Once you learn about like skating backwards, that's the real thing. Sinister skating. They should call it sinister. You know, they should call it straight skating Dexter. Proper Latin kind of thing. And backward skating, sinister. That's what Latin say, left-handed. Not left-handed, but backwards. They call it sinister. Oh yeah, different techniques. Skateboarding, okay? If you are trying to learn how to skateboard backward, I think they call it fake ears switch. It's impossible. So you do this. You know this move? Yes, oh yes, nice. Wobble out some stress in your arms and hands. Do you do this naturally, don't you? Yeah. Do it backwards. Okay. Now I'm not messing. But if you're a skateboarder, do this backwards if you're trying to learn to skate. Backwards. What is it called? Switch, or I call it backside. I call it frontside is your front side, and backsiding is backsiding. But you have to learn to do this the opposite way. It's very safe if you don't need a helmet, and it'll help you wash on, wash off. It'll help you get your brain a bit more fixed and twisted into going backwards. Sinister. Yes, sinister. It's not easy. You'd be crooked and weird. That's how you got it. It's very easy this way, like, you know what I mean? If you like Lady Gaga here, all the emotions. And then you have to, and it will help you.